And on Thursday, hundreds gathered at the Washington National Cathedral to honor the longest living president, Jimmy Carter. A humble peanut farmer, Jimmy Carter rose through the ranks of the Democratic Party to become president and even won the Nobel Peace Prize. The 100-year-old president's solemn occasion turned into a unifying moment as 5 living presidents attended the ceremony. Former President Barack Obama and President-elect Donald Trump shared smiles and conversations, while former President George W. Bush and Bill Clinton received a gracious welcome. And in the front row were President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, who also delivered heartfelt eulogies. Our next report has more.
Jimmy Carter, the humble peanut farmer who rose to lead a superpower, was laid to rest on Thursday in Washington, D.C. The longest living U.S. president passed away at the age of 100, leaving behind a legacy defined by service. The National Cathedral hosted a rare gathering of 5 former presidents: Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden, each bearing their own history with the man they came to honor. It was a scene brimming with reverence but laced with political tension as the world turned its gaze to this historic reunion. Yet amid the tributes to Carter's legacy, the attention shifted swiftly to a more peculiar drama. One unfolding not in speeches, but in subtle glances, unexpected exchanges, and the unmistakable hum of social media. Because in today's hyper-connected world, nothing escapes scrutiny, and cameras caught moments that spoke louder than any eulogy. Barack Obama and Donald Trump seated beside each other. It was a scene few could have imagined, because in the past, Obama was the same man who once branded Trump unfit for office and was now chatting amiably with him. And just like the wildfires, social media erupted. Obama and Trump looked like besties, one user quipped on X, while others speculated about the nature of their camaraderie, with one saying, "Is Obama warming up to Trump's influence?" The irony wasn't lost. Trump, a polarizing figure, now seemed to draw more attention because who doesn't want to be friends with the next president?
Off the top, you mentioned the Carter funeral today. What were you talking to Barack Obama about?
It did look very friendly, I must say. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it, how friendly it looked. I saw it on your wonderful network just a little while ago before I came in, and I said, boy, they look like 2 people that like each other, and we probably do. We have little different philosophies, right? But we probably do. I don't know, we just got along, but I got along with just about everybody on that. We met backstage, as you know, before we went on, and I thought it was a beautiful service, but we all got along very well, which is good.
Noticeably irritated and, as the internet claims, jealous, was Vice President Kamala Harris, who was seated directly in front of the pair and became an unwilling star of this narrative. As they say, only if looks could kill. The viral video captured Harris's subtle glances back at the duo, and as she turned, the cold sigh sparked a flood of speculation. "Why is Obama talking to Trump and not me?" a user claimed, with another pointing out, "Kamala is a bit jelly." But this is just the tip of the iceberg. At the funeral, the other who's who also didn't go unnoticed. For example, the outgoing President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden. Seated next to Vice President Harris, the First Lady didn't so much as glance her way. The cold shoulder between the duo was so noticeable that the internet didn't once hold back, questioning the political estrangement. When the Bidens were escorted to their seats, Jill Biden looked visibly uncomfortable and leaned to the side of her husband, showing Harris her back, and the outgoing president also preferred to look at the ceiling rather than the person he once hailed. However, the feeling of isolation was not just limited to the vice president. President-elect Trump and wife Melania were also caught in the crossfire. After Trump and his former Vice President Mike Pence warmly shook hands at the Carter funeral, former Second Lady Karen Pence remained seated and not once looked at the president-elect to greet him. The scene was like something straight from a movie, where exes are invited to the same party but remain unfazed by each other's presence. The funeral was less a tribute to Carter's enduring legacy and more a showcase of shifting political alliances. Trump's newfound rapport with Obama, juxtaposed against Harris's isolation, painted a vivid picture of Washington's evolving dynamics. For many, it seemed the world had turned against Harris. Yet, even in her most solitary moments, she remained unbored. So, while the nation bid farewell to a man of peace, the spectacle of power plays and personal tensions underscored the fractured state of American politics.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines. Detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.